So I have to elaborate. I have to elaborate on Muslimah.com because I've been looking for a spouse since I lost the best person that told me that she would accept me and my son and try to love him as her own with respect when he was a toddler. When I had designs to build myself up in Singapore and then go back and try to get custody or at least access to my son. I lost that person due to years of machinations of malfeasance against me, discreet. As I remember seeing Caucasian men riding around with Indians around the Anguilla Jamaat Tabligh Mosque in Singapore before I was seized. I remember that. A boy-headed Caucasian man, in fact, of middle age, riding around the Anguilla Masjid in a small Toyota car. Seems like the ISD likes Toyotas. I remember that very distinctly. May God forgive those within the ISD and intelligence hierarchy structure who are truly Christian and truly Muslim for their trespasses. And give them the cognizance of mind never to do it again. Allahumma ameen. Allahumma ameen. To other people. So, thing being said, there was a woman also here of Polynesian ancestry who I met, older woman. As I was looking for a wife among them, they are the most similar to Bumiputras, Orang Asli. They are the most similar to the Orang Asli Bumiputra of Southeast Asia. Her name was Lalu. She gave me a phone number. She said she knows of some older, when I saw her again, some older women who are like over 30 who want to settle down. They're really eager to settle down. Heavy set, shaped the way I like them. You know, heavy buttocks, massive wide hips, heavy legs. Who want to settle down because the younger ones that run around Sunnydale and Visitation Rally, who knows what the fuck goes on in their mind? Who knows what the freak is going on in their damn minds? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. If you look too weak with the Tongan or the Samoan, and they view your male physique, your masculinity, they scan your masculinity. If they see weakness, they immediately deject you, and herself, she may want to fight you. She may want to fight you. Okay. So, that being said, I think even a lot of the way they live, if they don't have the Creator, and when they have sex in their lives, it's got to be loveless sex. Man, because I saw a video, I'm going to tell you the truth, of a Polynesian, they said princess something, and the guy married in the ceremony, and they did their own video, or somebody did a video of them, and hid the camera. They didn't know them having sex. It was loveless. I think he shot his thing up enough after a few couple positions, and then he pulled off, and then he pulled off her, and then put his clothes back on. Come on, man. Come on, man. God forgive us, man. What is that, man? You don't want no life. Look. I don't want no life like that, man. After he did his business, then he pulled off her a little bit, not even much caressing or anything, man. Just both of them mutually put their clothes back on. Isn't that horrid? Horrid. Horrid. That's a horrid scenario. Horrid, man. God bless America, man. These were Polynesian. I think they were Tongan. Tongan or something, I forget. Horrid, man. Loveless. Not really softly intimate. Loveless. Hard, brutal kind of stuff. I don't like that kind of stuff. Even though I know how to be brutal, I don't like it. So Lalu wanted to hook me up, and I remember that day when law enforcement caught on to California exempt. For a while, they were riding around with cars trying to cover up the California exempt with a black, sort of a rectangular square of black sticker. They would put it over California exempt so you wouldn't know that they were law enforcement. How stupid, man. You see that thing over the California exempt on the license, you know, man. Come on, man. How obvious. So what they did, they started getting authorization to use cars that did not have California exempt, but they probably have a certain numerical alphanumeric series, but they're not California exempt anymore. So they look like regular cars to do their surveillance, to do their info, their intelligence gathering work right here in the U.S., possibly CIA operations right here domestically. And I noticed they did a shift out here in California, particularly this Bay Area. So that day when I met Lalu first or second time, it was a swarm of them, man, running around that area in South San Francisco. A swarm, man, near the South San Francisco courts. You know, horrible, man, because I was looking for that woman. I was searching for that woman that ran to my car. Dark combination, very dark, Bumiputra looking. I was looking for her, man, because I gave up. I thought I would never get my putri back. Never, man. And who knows what mileage through Zina and other stuff she's been gaining since that forced thing to break her heart when the Singapore intelligence went to her and said that I cheated her and I was only deceiving her. You know, and by the letter that we got, see, we wrote this letter, and that if he didn't write it, we were going to drown his face in the water, see, and beat him up some more. See, that letter, taking that letter to her, you see. And Mr. Mubarak intimates to me that they showed him nude photos of myself that I took only for her, and not to be shared with anybody else, that they showed him those photos saying that this is the kind of Muslim I am. When people of the higher society have all kinds of affairs, I didn't have any affair. I loved one person and intended to marry her and shared intimacy with her, and they took and they used that, Taki, to denigrate my identity. They used that to say I'm a bad man when I took it and sent only to her and nobody else. I wasn't sexting and sending stuff, and she sent me a few things because we could not touch each other. To being married. This is how low these people go out. Under the administration of President Barack Obama and Prime Minister, His Excellency Lee Hsien Loong, which is really Minister Mentor Lee Kuan Yew, who's a hard haka. Hard haka, man, hard. August man too, huh? August born. He said, Leo, he said, if it's not for him, as you heard in the biblical brother was saying, he said, if it's not in their interest, you know, if they don't benefit from it, they're not interested. Astaghfirullah, man. God forgive me. Astaghfirullah, man. See, we Cancerians tend to be dreamers, but sometimes we dwell too much in the dream realm. Richard Branson, Cancerian. George W., Cancerian. I can't think of who else. Angela Merkel, Cancerian. Camilla Jones Parker, the white consort. Duke, Duchess of Cornwall, whatever. Cancerian. Nikola Tesla, Cancerian. We tend to be dreamers, man. Muhammad Mahathir, Cancerian. Sultan of Brunei, Cancerian. Dreamers, man. We tend to be visionary type of people, man. And they punish us, man. Especially Leo type of administration. August people, they can be our best friends, but they can also be harsh on us. They'll discard us when they see no longer any use, no benefit to their lion's mane. No benefit to their lion's mane of pride out to uplift them. When we can't extol and uplift them and bring them more light and praise as an asset to them, they discard us. They throw us aside. Cancerian, we love deeply and grapple on to all that is of us, man. But what some people do, they come and they kick the claws hard, man, like the U.S. government. Very harsh government, man, on blacks. Dark, non-mulatto blacks like myself, very hard on us. And I would not forgive it, Aki. As well as what Singapore has done. I would not forgive it. And this is what the Malays are talking about in Malaysia, the Bumi, about Chinese. We have to stop ragging. I don't want them as fellow Muslims to rag and denigrate and attack and defame the Chinese. Stop it. Don't do it. But there is an element in our Chinese brothers and sisters that's fascist. There is a strong element that's fascist once they get economic dominance. It's very fascist. Indians too, to some degree. But Chinese, very strong fascism. And their dick and their cock and their connect penis is going everywhere. And on all the local people, all the local holes going everywhere once they dominate financially. So I'll tell you about the Polynesian Lalu situation in a moment.